Welcome to my channel. I am the Pink Flamingo. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber or a new subscriber, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. So we're going to be doing part 2 of the Handbury family. If you have not seen part 1, I'd recommend you go watch that at some point. We do a reading on the Handbury sisters, and I did end up spilling some tea. Now, I know some people were in the comment section stating that Rose had dated the son, which is accurate. She dated the son, and she also was engaged to the son. But allegedly, the rumor on the street is that Rose dated both. She dated the son and the father. Now, is that odd for the world that they live in? No, because I kind of feel like the men shop for the women like catalogs, and the women look for the highest bidder. So would a son and a father date the same woman? Perhaps. Perhaps if one is looking for fertility or something odd. Not that fertility is an odd thing, but getting with someone just so that they can have children is kind of giving an ulterior motive, you know? It's not very genuine. So, but apparently in this world, from what we're hearing in these streets, honey, the men are shopping for wombs, and the women are shopping for the man with the most money. They're looking for the highest bidder. So that's all I got to say when it comes to that situation. So I did find something funny, though, when I did read the article. I guess Marina, Rose's older sister, she was stating that in Vanity Fair that her and her husband have known each other for a long time. Her husband, Ned Hampton, stated he's known Marina her entire life. Now, Marina's 20 years older than him. So if he's known her her entire life, that means he's known her since she was a baby. So it was very odd when I was reading where he was stating that he knew he's always wanted to be with her, which was very weird. Because I'm like, you're 20 years older than her. When did you start knowing that you wanted to be with her? But anyway, this is high society. Honey, what do I know? I also found it very weird that they try to backtrack in a couple other articles and say they met through his son, the one that Rose apparently dated as well. So I was like, do you know her through your son, or do you know them through family? Because it's almost like he knew he was the creepy man when he released that with Vanity Fair. So he tried to set the record and make it look a little better. Like, oh, I met her through my son. It's like, no, you've probably known her entire life. She's probably raised around the same neighborhood you reside. But hey, creepy men, creepy stories. This is high society. Ladies. Now, we're going to get into Miss Emma Handbury. And we're going to check her energy, see what's around her, get to know a little bit about her through the cards. Now, Miss Emma Handbury, for what I know, she is a fashion designer. So for the people who are questioning Rose and Marina being models, it's just one of those things where if your mother is a fashion designer, she more than likely is going to use you to model the clothing. Plus, they're wealthy kids. It's something a lot of wealthy families do. A lot of the models that you see in high fashion today, the kids are from wealthy families that are wearing the clothing. So down the runway. So what can we say? Easy transition. So we're going to get into the cards. And I am going to pull a few cards on the energy of Emma Handbury. But I'm also going to pull some cards on Carole Middleton. Now, the reason why I'm going to do this is because, honey, the streets have been comparing Emma Handbury to Carole Middleton for a little while. People are saying, and I can kind of see it, that the way Carole is very similar to how Emma Handbury is in terms of wanting their daughters to marry very wealthy and kind of giving, igniting that burning desire for the wealthy man. So I'm going to see what the ladies have in common. And we're going to get right into it. And I'm going to see what cards I can get for this situation. So I'm going to see what I can get in terms of cards for Emma Handbury. Okay, Spirit. So give me a few cards for Emma Handbury, Spirit. What is this woman like? What is this woman like? Emma Handbury, the mother of Rose Hanbury. What is Rose's mother like? What kind of woman is she? Oh. That's very interesting. All right. Any more cards for her energy? What is this woman like naturally? Cards that describe Emma Handbury. Rose Hanbury's mother. Rose Hanbury's mother. Any cards to describe her? What's the energy for her? Oh, wow. Any other card, Spirit, for this woman to describe her? Okay. Well, we got a few cards here to describe this lady. Okay. So what I got for the first card was work addict. Funny enough, this is the same card that came up in their daughter's energy, which was the work addict, can't turn it off. Work comes before love. So this card, what applies is the latter, the very bottom line, which is work comes before love. So for these women, they look at dating these men of high society as work, right? They get ready, they get dressed, they do their hair, they do their nails, they do all the treatments necessary to upkeep their looks so they can date men of high society. Now, most people would not consider someone necessarily pampering themselves as work, but if some people did it the way these women do it, as a way to somewhat attract these men, it would start to become very much so like work. You know, most women enjoy the occasional getting their hair done, but these women, let's just say, they probably go above and beyond when it comes to their looks. They're probably in the salon chairs a lot more frequently, getting waxes, getting tans, whatever it is, but it's their job. They're going to get these men. They're going to get the attention of these men. I got the energy of escapism. So her mother is a hard worker in terms of her mother does agree with the idea of work comes before love. But her mother also has that energy of, I run away from my problems. She doesn't like to deal with her problems head on. So that's what Spirit's saying about her. Spirit says tampering, sabotaging, bullying, deceitful, persuading others negatively. Now, this might be a problem if she is a mother, which she is. So if she has this personality trait of sabotaging, bullying, being deceitful, persuading others negatively, meaning her daughters, her children, this might not be a good trait to have, especially if you are a parent. Do you persuade? Do you somewhat push your children to positive things? Or are you somewhat on the toxic side, a little negative? Now, energy-wise, I got take several seats, getting on your nerves, annoying AF. Spirit can see Spirit is saying the woman can somewhat be a nuisance. She could be annoying, which is kind of some of the stuff we were picking up with Carole Middleton's energy, where it's almost like people had a bit of like she was annoyed a tad bit. So I guess these kind of mothers, honey, what they do is they don't really believe in these women finding true love, right? As you can see here, it's work before love, running away from their problems, persuading their children, persuading people, being very annoying as they do so. And Spirit gave me the same card I got for Carole Middleton a little while back, which was bougie. Fancy pants, high-end, superficial, materialistic, shallow, skin deep, and hard to please. So this is the exact same card. So you can go check that out. I did a reading on Carole Middleton. And I said, this is Carole coming through, honey, with the Birkin bags. But clearly this is Miss Emma Handbury as well coming through with the Birkin bags. They seem to love the high life. And it's very funny that both of them have 2 daughters. And now here's what I have for this situation. Refusing treatment, prolonging pain or abuse, and denial about health issues. So refusing treatment could mean a lot. This could mean something very bad in terms of the fact that refusing treatment, prolonging pain, or abuse. So if we are thinking about the abuse factor, it could mean Miss Emma Handbury might not be in a very healthy relationship. She could be someone prolonging abuse of some sort, right? Or it could be health reasons. But if we do look at it from this way, there are a lot of women who, as you see with Catherine's situation, which has been alleged about Prince William and alleged about a lot of these men, is that abusive side that can happen when they are the ones that are wealthy with money. A lot of them do not appreciate their wives. They tend to have that arrogance to them where they believe that their wife is beneath them. So a lot of that kind of gives them a bit of that trait of narcissism where abuse usually can take place. So hopefully this is not Spirit letting me know that Miss Emma Handbury right now is in a somewhat an abusive relationship. Hopefully she's not projecting that onto her girls and teaching them to accept anything for money. Because we all know this is alleged about William. So if she does have motives in terms of pushing her daughter that way, maybe the rumors of alleged abuse might not be something that scares the crap out of her if this is something she's going through in her day-to-day life. Because there are women that are willing to accept it if the bag is big enough, if the check is big enough. And I got controlling for her energy. The toxic key to your mind watches your every move. So this is how Spirit is describing Miss Emma Handbury. Now, I was going to read Carole, but to be quite honest, I've already done Carole, and energy-wise, what comes out for Carole is a lot of these similar cards. This was one of the exact cards that came out for Carole. So there's a lot of similarities when it comes to that. I'll actually do a quick drop for Carole just because I said I would, but a lot of the bougie card was there for Carole. So, but I'll do a quick one just to see what energies are similar. All right, Spirit, give me a couple cards for Carole Middleton. What is this woman like? Any similarities to Rose Hanbury's mother? Carole Middleton. All right. Basically the same cards, which a little bit different. We just got bougie for Miss Emma Handbury. Now we're getting top dog, boss babe, leveling up, penthouse status. So different cards, but basically the same kind of meanings. You know, someone basically, let's see if it's on the top somewhere. Well, probably not. But basically spirit referencing the fact that both of these women are about high statuses, high life. The penthouse is at the very top, right? So the bougie was also a reference to money. I got the class clown, laughs through their pain, does not take things seriously, masking, finds amusement in suffering of others. So this is what Spirit is saying about Miss Carole Middleton. So what I take from this is the masking. Right now, this is very relevant because we don't know where Catherine is. And if Spirit is already saying her mother's good at masking things, that tells us a lot. We got laughs through the pain. So she's someone that laughs through her pain. So she might be looking like she's doing well when she is not. She also doesn't take a lot of things seriously, is what Spirit is saying. But the bad side of her also is that she finds people's pain to be amusing. Spirit is saying naive financially, which we know because Miss Carole is the one that's going through bankruptcy. Big spender with no money. Let me read that again. Naive financially, big spender with no money. Used financially, little concept of money. Now this applies because the woman is definitely going through bankruptcy, right? And if I haven't shown you guys the class clown, there's that. Masking. Now I got the finesse. Manipulator or trickster. This is definitely Miss Carole. The finesse. I got in last reading that she can get into the room and she can work her way through. She got finesse. She will manipulate, trick you, and she will be the smooth operator. Right now, she's over there being smooth operator with Pippa's husband, trying to get him to invest in this business, honey. And this is the same card I got for Carole. If you go back and watch her reading when I did this deck, irresponsible. This is what her son-in-law gave me, Mr. James Matthew. He said the woman is irresponsible. Now here for the next thing. Closeted, skeletons in the closet, secret and lies. Now we know this applies to Miss Carole. We know she has secrets. We are waiting on Catherine. And another thing, guys, when thinking about this secret stuff, I'll be honest. You know, a lot of us have been trying to figure out why is it that maybe Carole hasn't done anything in terms of Catherine. Has it ever occurred to many of us that she might have asked the royals to do a favor or two for her? What if she has dirt on her hands? And that's why she can't speak up, because they got something on her and her family. Because all these wealthy people, honey, they're a little filthy. These hands don't stay clean. So I'm wondering if she's on mute because they got something on her. What has she asked the royal family to do for her all these years? Like, you know, Catherine has been around for almost 16 years, 20 years? Well, not 20 years. Catherine is 40, right? When did she get with William? 20 years old? I don't know. She's been with him for a while. So I don't think they were together since they were teenagers. I'm trying to figure it out. But anyways, if you guys know, let me know. But I'm just wondering what else secrets are there. What does she know? This card is very important coming up. Because I think it has a lot to do with why her hands are somewhat tied. What has she asked them to do for her throughout the years? Now I got milking it dry. Takes or uses up everything from you or your situation. Let me read that again. Milking it dry. Takes or uses up everything from you or your situation. So milking it dry, takes or uses up everything from you or your situation. This is definitely Carole. This is what the problem has been throughout the years. Now she's leeching off of her other son-in-law, and people have said she's leached off of her daughters as well. And Spirit is saying she will milk you dry. She will take everything from you. She'll milk the cow, honey. She'll leave you with nothing if you let her. So this is all the cards Spirit's giving about Carole. I think they're pretty accurate, especially the one with the naive financially, the top dog status, her wanting to have everything, be a boss woman, especially with this business that she's trying to run, honey. This business that's been failing. I don't know if she needs to stop planning parties and plan something else, but this business ain't it. Is what, you know, is what the people are saying at the bankruptcy office. She ain't been able to pay her bills with this. So nothing against the event planning. I'm just saying it's not working for Carole. So that's what I got for these women and their personalities and who they are. So I'm going to ask a couple more questions. And what I'm curious to know is whether Carole or Emma Handbury have ever met each other, which is a possibility because, you know, Emma Handbury is Queen Camilla's friend from what they're saying. And Carole Middleton is the daughter of Kate Middleton. So they go to these parties and these functions. I'm sure they've met each other throughout the years. Let's see. Spirit, can you give me a response for whether Emma Handbury has ever met Carole Middleton? I'm very curious. Oh, absolutely. I'll take a couple more cards, but we need more cards, Spirit, for Emma Handbury and Carole Middleton meeting. So what I got is I got the Four of Wands, which is the celebrating and the union. So this is most definitely them meeting and them meeting at their particular unions, whether it's weddings, wedding events, party, celebration. I got the Knight of Wands here. So what it's giving here with this paired up is they've been to a lot of elaborate events. So they've seen each other at elaborate events. And I got the Page of Coins here in the reverse. So I don't really think, based on the Page of Coins coming in, I don't think they really get along. I'm going to pull one last card, but I can't say that there that one goes. I'll pull some more cards. Just a second here. That jumped out. Any more cards here, Spirit, for this energy? Oh boy. So what I am getting is these women have met, but I'm getting a lot coming up between their energy and this whole meeting thing. I'm also wondering if they have met, seen each other since Catherine's disappearance. It's kind of very weird energy I'm picking up, as if these ladies are in the same circles enough. Let me pull one more card. But all right, Spirit, one more card for this energy, please. Okay, so I got the Page of Wands. I got the Tower in the upright. I got the Five of Swords. Yeah, these ladies know each other. And the energy I'm actually picking up right now has more so to do with Catherine and their daughters. They somewhat see their daughters as rivals. So to me, which is now making sense, Catherine has been telling her mom about Rose and her mother, which makes sense. Because this woman has been coming around for a while, so she more than likely has been also inviting her mom here and there to certain functions. Even if her mother doesn't live in town, which I don't know if her mom does or not, but Catherine's been with William for a long time. And this woman seems to be Camilla's friend. So I'm picking up the Tower energy. Which is almost like, oh, you know, we met each other. It was a fun event. What I'm wondering is if the first time they met may have been, I wonder if they met at Catherine's wedding, as if Camilla invited not Rose, but Rose's mother, because this is like a representation of wedding. As you can see, someone is getting married. It's a union. So the clues I'm getting here is this wedding, as if Carole had met Emma Handbury at the wedding. But at the time, I don't think they foreseen this Rose Hanbury situation taking off. Right? Then I'm getting they got along somewhat. That I'm learning there was some kind of, for these ladies, there was something that didn't work. There was something bad, something that went left, something that was not supposed to go that way. Bad news, something that did not follow through. Maybe their friendship or their acquaintance, like based on what was going on with their daughters. So they fell out. What I'm getting is they know each other, they're acquaintances. They might not be BFFs and friends like that, but they don't clearly talk to each other based on what they've heard from their daughters. I got the Tower in effect, which is bad things happening. As you guys know, chaos. Then I got the Five of Swords, making amends. So I don't know at some point if Carole and this woman ever had a talk about Rose being out of pocket with William. Because I can kind of see Carole being the kind of mother where she would step in and say something, if you guys know what I mean. Like Carole would probably intervene and say, hi, you know, Emma, you know, your daughter has been very inappropriate with my son. I can see a conversation like this going down. And then I'm getting the Four of Swords, which is, we don't talk to each other. Like it's done. It's at rest. It's over. It's dead kind of thing. And then I got the Four of Wands, which is like their communication and their understanding of the situation, right? So after their communication, which is what I was saying, like it looks like Rose's mother and Catherine's mother at some point had a discussion about possibly Rose's behavior. Because I've heard, I don't know how accurate this is all gossip, but I was hearing that while Rose was coming around for a little while, this was before the whole rumor thing, the rumor started of the affair, they were saying that Catherine was complaining about how she was dressing and what she would wear. So I wonder if Carole has ever been the kind of woman where she was just like, hi, I don't like the way your daughter's dressing. Could you let your daughter know she can't wear that around my daughter's husband? But it's given odd energy, guys. I had to just sit there for a while with the cards because I was like, these women have met each other and they've actually had a bit of a tit for tat. Very interesting. So I'm going to get into her energy and what she thinks of her own friend Camilla, what kind of woman she thinks Camilla is, because they said they're friends. So I want to see if their friendship is authentic, or does she have bad things to just say about Camilla only? Or is she using Camilla as a way to get, have that connection to the royal family? So I'll see what the energy is. All right, Spirit, give me a few cards for Emma Handbury's energy towards her friend Camilla. What does she think of Camilla? Oh, wow. Oh, snap. I need more cards here, Spirit, for Emma Handbury and Camilla's energy. What does she think of her friend Camilla, Queen Camilla? What does Emma Handbury think of this woman? Although I got one card, honey, it was enough, but... Oh, there's one card that flew. Sorry, you all. Okay, was that card? Let's see what else cards I got here. What does she think? I'm so sorry, you all, but this is funny. Okay, a couple more cards, Spirit, for this woman's energy, Emma Handbury. This is just falling on the floor. Okay, sorry, guys. Okay. Any more cards, Spirit? I'll take one or two cards. Emma Handbury's energy towards Queen Camilla. Okay. She said a lot of things and they kind of apply. So when I asked, is she using her, or is this a genuine friendship? This was the card that came out, the first one, and it's scratching post. That's why I was laughing so hard. Some of these cards, when I go through them, honey, you're going to start going, what the heck? So, scratching post, only used when it's convenient. This is how she feels about this woman. She said the woman is a scratching post, only used when it's convenient. Now, the once in a while lover, part-time lover doesn't apply because I'm sure they're not lovers. But what the card is giving off with the scratching post is only used when it's convenient. So she does not see Camilla as that BFF. She sees Camilla as something she can use when it's convenient. So that gives us the straight, direct answer to this friendship and what it's really like. I got in the shadows, stalking, observing, watching, and contemplating. This is definitely Camilla. The accuracy. And honey, the accuracy on this card too. The scratching post only used when it's convenient. Charles knows a lot about using when it's convenient. Let me put this card back respectfully. That's what Diana was saying. Diana's like, go over there to your scratching post. Go over to your scratching post there, Charles. But yeah, girl, back to this. In the shadow, stalking, observing, watching, and contemplating. Does Camilla not study every move that Charles is making, Catherine's making? She makes sure that she's 10 steps ahead. Now, honey, for the shade from Miss Emma Handbury for this woman. She said identity theft. I know you guys can already put that where it belongs, but we're going to go through it anyways. Someone else fitting the bill, stealing others' ideas or partner. Honey, pretending to be someone they are not. Yes, pretending to be queen when they are not. Identity theft. Stealing others' ideas or partners. Well, she sure did steal someone's partner. The woman's name is Princess Diana. And she also had the nerve and the audacity to steal the woman's crown. Emma Handbury's throwing out the shade, honey. She said identity theft. She done snagged Princess Diana's entire identity, is what it's giving. Now she said for her, stranger danger, online competition, someone you don't know personally watching you. So she's giving a lot of this stalker energy for Camilla, which I could see. Because, you know, in order for you to be 10 steps ahead of the game and to sit there and strategize, you probably got to stalk. You got to do a lot of online watching. There's a lot of work that goes into it, honey. She's in the shadows. She's out here stalking, observing, and watching. And Spirit said watching again. Watching you. Watching again. The woman's a stalker is what Spirit's saying. Now we all know this one. The slow game. Slow and steady wins the race. Ain't that the shade right there? But Miss Emma Handbury, respectfully, you can't say that kind of stuff about Camilla. You got Rose lined up as the lady in waiting. But, you know, maybe Rose won't wait that long. Maybe she won't wait as long as Camilla did. Because we know Queen Elizabeth wasn't having it. But here's the card. She said slow game. Slow and steady wins the race. Focused on the grand prize. Not in a rush. Dedicated energy. Honey, the shade that comes through these cards. Miss Emma Handbury said slow game. Slow and steady wins the race. She was a turtle for Charles, honey, is what Spirit is giving. She was crawling real slow. She waited years and years to wear this crown. She waited years and years to steal her identity. And she's a scratching post. Only used when necessary, honey. Only used when it's convenient. Now you can fit that card in how you like. But I'm sure Charles found his convenience, okay? Now, the shade. Now I'm going to be asking another question. And I'm going to see how she feels about the relationship between her daughter and William. Sorry, you all. What does she think is going on currently? What does she know about this relationship? What feelings they got? Just to entertain it. Oh, there we go. Wow. Oh, that one wants to jump out. Oh, there goes another one. Excuse me. I got jumping cards jumping out this deck. Okay. All right, couple more cards. Wow. Do y'all see these cards jumping and flipping? You know it takes me forever to let cards fall out. They don't really pop out. This deck is behaving like a... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's enough. This deck was on fire. Okay. Okay, guys. Now here for the horrible stuff. I got trapped. So the mother knows that William feels trapped in this marriage. Either that or Catherine feels trapped, but the energy I'm picking up right now is William. He feels stuck, tied down, and captive. Why he feels this way, I have no idea. Just give that woman a divorce and give her some money, honey, and send her on her way. But he says he feels trapped. Boo-hoo, William. Emotional storm. Turmoil, unstable, and affected. So, of course, the mother knows that Rose coming through has caused this turmoil. They're affected. Now I got the one day. So, here's for what we're not trying to hear. The mother has it in her mind that one day, someday, somewhere, another time, Rose is going to take Catherine's spot. How do I know this? Because the commitment card just flew out of her energy. So she thinks her daughter is going to marry William. This is what they got arranged right now. And like I was telling you in the last reading, I got the energy that she was promised marriage. And now I'm getting it in her mother's energy. I'm getting the marriage, the propose, the fidelity. Isn't this crazy that the mother thinks this? Now, here it goes. William's energy, the pride stuff, the arrogance, the ego, the stubborn. I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care how the people look at this crap. I'm going to marry this woman if I want to. I got pride. I got an ego. I'm stubborn. I'll do what I want. I don't care what the public thinks because I'm releasing. I'm letting go, moving on, and walking away. So this is what's in the mother's energy. That this man is about to leave his wife for certain. And he is actually considering marrying this woman based on what is coming out of the mother's energy. He's feeling trapped. One day, this is what the mother thinks is going to occur. This is what's being promised to Rose. What the public thinks, don't care. Don't care. I got my pride. As you guys see, the wildcat depicted. Don't care. I got pride. Regardless of what anyone thinks, I'm letting go. Now, for me, I don't understand what the problem is with William. I don't understand why he just can't give that woman some money and just be like, be gone. So I don't know what's going on with these people mentally, but we are going to get into another reading about their mental because it's never well, honey. Well, I'm going to do a quick question in terms of what the mother actually thinks about the royal family currently. Like, does she think that although she wants her daughter married, because I've seen doubts in Rose in terms of wanting to get married because of the situation of what the royals are looking like these days. So I want to see what the mother thinks. All right, Spirit. Give me some answers on what it is that the mother thinks of the royal family currently, like their state, their situation. Does she think this is going to get better? This is going to get worse? What's the energy? Couple more cards. What does Emma Handbury think about the state of the royals? A whole bunch of cards came out. I don't count that. Sorry, guys, but that didn't feel like a natural drop. That just seems like I dropped it. All right. Okay, what else? Spirit. What's coming up in this woman's energy? What does she think is going to happen with the... This woman really believes this crap, huh? All right, what else, Spirit? So what I'm picking up... Sorry, I'm going to put some of this here. Hold on, you all. Thank you for being patient. So what I'm getting, this is the 5 of Pentacles. And what I'm getting with the 5 of Pentacles in the upright is this is not starting off well in terms of what the mother's energy is giving off is. Right now for Rose to get on in, there is a lot of struggle. She's saying it's unbalanced, it's not perfect, it's somewhat crumbling, right? She's saying my daughter's not going to be entering this situation at a perfect time. There might be financial loss, a lot of odd things going on with the royals. But she does see coming in with the 4 of Wands here, as you can see, celebration. So she thinks that even though the struggle is happening right now and her daughter doesn't know, they don't know how to fit her daughter into this particular family. She's saying energy-wise that they will figure it out because I do see a wedding happening for my daughter. As you can see, the couple look like they're getting married, which is the same energy I picked up in the commitment card of her wanting her daughter married. I got the Page of Wands. So they're definitely, what the energy I'm getting wise with the 4 of Wands and the Page of Swords is they're going to make this happen. They're going to communicate. They're going to figure out how to make this happen. She's also acknowledging the heartbreak that will sit around the situation. The bittersweet energy of her daughter somewhat possibly becoming queen, and the possibility that people will more than likely not like this woman. But as you can see here, she is the Queen of Wands, and she's sitting on the throne in her mother's energy. She's the confident, the attractive. This is her daughter sitting on the throne. But Spirit is saying that with the Temperance card in reverse, that they really didn't think this through. This is very hasty. This is very quick. This is a bit reckless. So energy-wise, what I'm picking up based on Spirit and her mother's energy, her mother is very much so convinced that they will be married. Her mother sees that for her daughter, for certain. Even though she knows it's a bittersweet thing and it's around heartbreak, this union, she wants it to take place. She wants this union 100%. She thinks it's happening. This is what's being promised. Whether they hold their end of the bargain up, I don't know. But it seems like there's some kind of benefit for both families, because with this card I'm getting with the 5 of Pentacles, what I'm getting here is there's a bit of struggle right now, and the struggle could be on both sides of the family. We are so unaware of these people's finances. You know, if the economy is messing up for the everyday person, I'm sure the wealthy is affected by the economy as well. So we're affected, they're affected. Most definitely, just not as affected as we are, honey. You know, the inflation's killing us. They got money. But of course, their money is probably not pulling the way it used to. So spirit-wise, the mother's convinced. This is what she thinks the royal family is going to be about. She sees them struggling, but she thinks it's going to be wonderful in just a little bit when her daughter gets married. When this union takes place, honey, she thinks it'll all work out. So her mom is in delusional land, I guess. Who knows? Maybe she's not delusional. Maybe Rose will get married. But of course, William got options. So I'm going to drop around Rose's relationship with William just to be nosy. Don't really care, but I'd like to see what comes out of her energy in terms of her and William and what's being concealed in these cards about them as an item somewhat. Even though this man is a whole married man and we're trying to figure out where's Catherine, but they're parading her in these streets, honey, like she already got a position. So I figured, let's see what's going on with this relationship. I will not be surprised if she's already getting a lot of the similar, if she gets a lot of similar cards to that of past cards that I've seen coming out of Catherine's energy. Because, you know, these men will continue to do what they do, regardless of who you are. So it is what it is. Of course, there's good guys out there, so it's not all men, but, you know, the ones that are this way, they're consistent, honey. That's the one thing about them. All right, Spirit, give me the energy for Rose Hanbury and William's energy. What are some of their secrets relationship-wise? We'll do an oracle drop. What else, Spirit? What's around this energy? What else is around this energy for them currently? Any infidelity? Anybody changing their mind? Anything we should know about them right now? Her mother's energy is definitely giving. Oh. I'm going to let that drop. All right, I'm going to pull over. Okay, I think I have a lot of cards. I struggle shuffling, but all right. These cards are applying. Yep. Okay. Just a second. I think it was a good enough oracle drop. I actually might shuffle a little more. Any more cards, Spirit? You're dropping out in big bunches. What's going on? All right. I get it all. I understand it all. Okay. Basically, block calls and text messages is basically the energy that is giving off for his wife at some point in their relationship. Basically, what he was doing, I get both energies from this, as if he was doing this with his wife at some point, but he was also doing this with Rose. So at one point, like I was explaining to you all, he left his wife to be with Rose, but him and Catherine decided to work on their marriage. So why it's coming out in Rose's energy with William is basically at the time when William went to somewhat work on his marriage, Rose kept on reaching out to him, which is why I'm getting this card, right? The cycle, the obsessed and the won't let go, right? Because she was the one harassing him. Okay, so she was the one that was being left on red. He left her with no closure, no contact, none of it. He just left her be. Trying to work on his marriage. Okay, I got to block this woman. I'm a married man. I'm royal. You know, the whole blah, 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 blah. Now, he's also giving her the fake busy. He was really trying to work on his union with his wife. That is what I am picking up. Now, you guys know what this card is. I don't really want to say it in my video, which is pretty much how Catherine felt when she found out that this is what he wants. And she was obviously heartbroken. Right? Heartbroken when she realized that they were rekindling again. Now, also what I'm getting out of that energy is he must have told his wife about his feelings for this woman, Rose. Now, for a moment, he did feel kind of bad. He felt ashamed. He had guilt. And that's probably why he tried his best to work it out with his wife. He felt a little guilty. I know monsters can feel guilty. But as we know, that did not last for long because he showed Catherine his true colors by returning to Rose, is what I'm getting. Now, here's the crazy stuff coming out of her energy. This is what William decided he wanted to be single again. Doing what he wants. He wants to be date stress-free and all this stuff. And this is the kind of life he can live with Rose. Be single. He's fed up of being a married man. Fed up of playing the daddy duties and doing all that stuff that he's supposed to do. He'd rather be happily single. This is his wish, right? Now, here's something. Pregnancy is coming up in their energy. So I did get a love child already for her energy with William. And I did drop a love child out of his energy. Now I'm dropping the pregnancy card out of her energy between him and her. So there was a pregnancy at some point between the two of them. Now, whether that child came about, Spirit is saying that they do have a child together. Don't know anything about the child. But pregnancy is back in her energy. So it's either A, this woman is pregnant, or they're trying to get pregnant, which is what I was saying to you all in what reading was it? The last reading with the Handbury sisters, where I was saying that William more than likely wants children. And I'm wondering if she is pregnant. Because I'm getting a pregnancy card. Or she's trying to. Or we're about to hear about some pregnancy news. I got the moving on and letting go, which is William's energy. And him choosing to move on and leave his wife. But I forgot to mention these two cards, which was the no strings attached. Which is basically what I told you all that the relationship was like when William got with her. This was not supposed to be, let's get married. Now her mother and her are pushing for the commitment stuff, right? As we see, this is what the mother wants. This is what's being promised. But this is initially what that relationship was like between her and William. It was no strings attached. Now I got the spiritual card for them, the chaos, the ego death, the downward spiral, and the spiritual awakening. So Spirit is letting them know, based on the actions they're taking and how they might be approaching this, not thinking of Catherine or the children, they're going to be in for a rude spiritual awakening. And the reason why I know this is because I'm also getting the karmic ties. So it's either they're already karmically tied as a couple, because I've been getting the twin flame energy every time I pull her. So it's either Spirit's letting me know they got some kind of twin flame energy, some karmic ties, or if they don't do the right thing in this lifetime, this will be their karmic tie for the next. So this is what I got for these two. I'm not surprised karmic tie is coming up for them, because this is bad karma. This is bad energy. What you're doing to Catherine is horrible. And this has nothing to do with one woman being better than the other. She's a married woman and she was an established wife. So I'm not here to judge Rose on her morals, nor Catherine on her morals. I'm just saying, you know, if you see a woman with her family, Yeah, you might want to respectfully leave that alone and go look for some single men. But hey, what do I know? Maybe it's a new thing where the women just like to snatch up people's men and husbands and all kinds of stuff. I don't know. Although nobody can force anyone to be with someone. So if there are men out here leaving their wives or their girlfriends to be with other people, that's a personal choice that that man made. But I'm just one of those women that if you come my way, which I'm not single, but if I was single, I'd be the type to be like, don't come over here if you're married. Don't come over here if you're in a relationship. Don't want to see you. But girl, the rules have changed. Everybody's out here playing dirty, girl. So you got to hold on to your man and hold on to everything you got these days, I guess, apparently. You know, some thirsty women out here is what it's looking like. But this will be my reading on Emma Handbury and us doing part 2. I will continue. I am going to drop a few royal readings that have nothing to do with the Handbury family and some celebrity stuff, so you guys can be on the lookout for that. Hit the notification bell, and thank you all who take the time out to subscribe and hit the like button. I appreciate it. I also do read all the comments, and I do enjoy all the comments from everyone who was polite. So thank you very much for all the activity on the channel. And if you like this particular reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, bye-bye.